this year was we rode the bus, the Crosstown 2, from my neighborhood over by the university to Lausanne. And I remember Kenneth has this amazing song that well, you sung it with the Windsor Salt Band. I'm sure you still do it occasionally. And it's all of the bus, it's all of the bus routes in Windsor, is it not? Sort of adolescent reminiscence, but also hymn to our city. So I thought this would be a great way to start things off. So Kenneth's going to play a couple songs. We're going to do a collective reading. I think Kenneth is going to play a couple other songs, I hope, if you're okay with that. And we'll have some drinks and have some fun. Nice. So, Kenneth MacLellan.
Hey.
People that have chairs, I just put them there. You can move the chairs anywhere you want. Here's some chairs. After you can grab them, put them here.
I won't do the bus song first. I'll do this other one. I was just thinking about this neighborhood that we're in right now. So here's a little Windsor version of "This Land Is Your Land" that we used to do with the band. Still do it, but haven't done it in a while. So we'll try this one. This land is your land. This land is my land. And that's all the way from Walker Road to Zug Island, from the fiery foundry to the compromised air and water. This town was made for you and me. Listen to me, young boys, take a young girl, kiss her, grab her by the hips, kiss her on the lips at the Detroit River. Share your gyro like a hero while you're sweating through your shirt into the smelly breeze. This land is your land, this land is my land. From the old Californias on Walker Road to Zug Island, from Bolero to Acapulco Delight. This town was made for you and me. I took a walk down Wyandotte, between the sewer and the church steeple, and down at the downtown mission. I recognized all the people hungry. We can all feel this vacancy, which is yours and mine to discover or ignore on Wyandotte Street. Your land, my land, all the way from California to Zug Island, from Bolero to the Acapulco Delight. Later tonight, this town was made for you and me. I dropped a line to the Detroit River bottom. I took the life of a catfish. I killed him, I cooked him, I caught him. I dropped him in the hot pot, in the water, in the bottom, in the autumn. There was an old Chinese man and a boy younger than me. Your land, my land, from the old California to Zug Island, from Bolero to Acapulco Delight. This town was made for you and me. I looked into your eyes like an unsolved mystery, lately sinking like a ship into the local history. The breeze is blustery, my fingers are so blistery. Were you the one waitress for me? This land is your land, and it's my land. From the old California to Zug Island, and for that sculpture garden, I have to beg your pardon. I love some of it, but some of it's not really art. I'm no art critic to me. It's the apple one. And the twisty straws. I don't know. I like the flying man and the woman commiserating. Some of it, I don't know about this stuff.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Okay, do another. Here's a song about all the slumlords buying up my old neighborhood.
What's there a minute?
People used to say, play the slumlord song. I said, it's called Low Rent. But anyway, this is a song I wrote a while back, 20 years, 15, 20 years ago. It's about my landlord and his wife and how they came to own my neighborhood. Low rent housing, low rent homes down in the west side Motown, in the permit parking zone. Low rent housing, low rent homes share your basement bedroom, breathing mold, but your landlord's coming, he to fix all that plumbing. Landlord's coming, but he don't ever show. Low rent housing, the pace is slow, your windows rattle into the common cold. But low rent tenants, they never been cold, trying to help each get a piece before it's bought and sold. Your landlord's coming, he to fix all the plumbing. Landlord's coming, but he don't ever show. So this is how I figured my landlords got my neighborhood. So this is a quick synopsis of my landlords, and their names are Joe and Sue. I won't say their last name. Joe and Sue buy houses when they already have a home, and Joey trades futures on a stranger's loan. Susie loves Christmas cards with cash. Her fingerprints touch you first then last, and your landlord's coming in his new red truck, motherfucker. Dashboard drumming. Landlord's coming. Ooh, la, la. Ooh, la, la, la. Ooh, la, la. Joey, I'm not angry. I'm still angry anymore.
Yeah, that's our neighborhood you're talking
Is that our
about.
neighborhood? Sounds like it.
Bridge Avenue, I
Good to
believe.
see you. Come on in.
Thank you.
So I'll let them get on with the show. I'll do one more. Here's the bus song.
Okay, that's perfect, yeah.
We'll do the bus song. This is a song about being in high school. I lived in my parents' house, and when I go out with these ladies, but I don't have a car. I'm trying to set up opportunities for myself and her, in my opinion. And but you know, you just gotta do the best you can with what you have. So I don't know. I laugh when I play it again. But here's the bus song for what it's worth.
Woo!
Oh yeah. That is so much fun.
Oh, it's a little bit out. A little better. Now, there's a band behind me and let's go down to the old West End, baby, like we used to do when we were in grade 10. Ride the 1C through the city. You got a kilt so short, it made you pretty. Take your number, I wrote you down. You're living out right now on the east side of town. Take the Central 3, come and see me. I told your stepmother how I feel, she doesn't believe me. And though I never would give it away, yes, I remember those crazy days. Dance all night, I sleep all day in the old West End. Everybody was dancing. Coincidence? No, this is fate. Your eyes met mine whilst I was walking to the Walkerville 8. I don't know what to say. You're not like those girls at the mall on the 1A. And though you never would give it away, yes, I remember those crazy days. Dance all night, I sleep all day in the old West End. Everybody was dancing in their own idiosyncratic fashion. Friday night I rock the bus for kicks. I'm on the highway to hell, on the Dougal 6. I wanna rape and pillage. I skipped out of Brentwood, I went back to Value Village. And though I never would give it away, yes, I remember those crazy days. Sleep all night, I drink all day in the old way, baby. I was dancing. When I get out of town with this girl now, I want your love on the back of the Crosstown too. I want to take you to Toronto on the Robert Q. Meet me at the Golden Griddle. Your homemade dress makes me want to start playing my fiddle.
Okay, everybody who's reading, take the. I'm just going to say a couple words and Doug as well. So grab, and your name is next to it. Huh?
Except mine.
Nope, I think,
Oh yeah, well,
I
he's going to
think
play
that
again. Calvin.
goes this way.
Okay.
3-pager.
Looks.
Okay.
Yeah, you only need your name, or the page with your name on it, but it just there
Kind
is.
of helps to find out where.
Oh, here's my name.
Okay.
Oh, there's in your name.
Yeah, so there's 3 pages. I'm just taking 2, I guess.
Hey, wait.
There's 3 pages to this, yes.
But you just
Just the page. Wait. Oh.
Well, take all 3 pages.
Oh, I see. We need 3 pages.
Well, the whole thing, the script
Oh,
is 3 pages.
oh, I got you. Yeah.
I might have.
I need a page.
That's sweet.
I think Staples would have been, helpful for everybody here today.
Well, where's the third page?
You've got, this is the 3rd page. Do you want page 1?
Okay, we just need the one.
page
Then
You
I
only
need-
need the page with your name. on it.
I know, but you know what, that's
Does
just.
page 1 have my name on it?
Oh, okay. That
Page 2 has your name on it.
Yeah. Does everybody have what they're supposed to have?
It's hard to say.
Where did Kenneth go? Oh, there he is. Thanks, Kenneth. That was brilliant.
Oh, beautiful.
So before I just want to say a few words, and Doug too, I think.
Right, right.
But while we're waiting for Douglas,
To load up.
I think Kenneth's low rent housing on Bridge Avenue was the last time I stayed up partying all night. After one of the, you remember that, Joseph? After one of the infamous, famous Kenneth MacLeod's open mics at the dearly missed Bridge Tavern. And I was trying to quit smoking at the time, and someone had a bag of cigarettes from Walpole.
Oh, jeez.
So I think I started smoking. It's not your fault, Ken. They might have been your cigarettes, though. I don't know. So Doug and I aren't as smart as Kenneth, so we could only handle one bus route at a time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but it's the number
I've
2.
always wanted to do something like this because although I'm a transplanted Windsorite, I love Wyandotte Street. And I don't like the nice parts of Wyandotte Street. I like the parts of Wyandotte Street that look like a city. Where Joseph and I live in the West End, the restaurants and the buildings come up to the sidewalk like they should. The East Side, the Lebanese and the Iraqi community, with people out on the street talking to each other like they should in cities. Those are the parts of Wyandotte Street I like. So it was a lot of fun, I think, anyway, to do this. And so what Doug and I did was, got on the bus at Randolph and Wyandotte and rode over to Lausanne. Had a couple of beer at the Lion's Head Tavern, which we always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. Fun place. And we came up with this. When I was thinking about the words, I'll just say a couple. People can think about what they want, but here's what I was thinking about. It's May Day, and this is May Day, and this is MayWorks. And so I was thinking about the last. I won't sing the Internationale. Maybe Kenneth can. But the last lines, the last verse of the Internationale, of course, the great anthem of the working class, it says, the international working class will free the human race. And I've always thought, that's a big job. I'm not sure workers want to free the human race. What they really want, I think, is much more simple things. And the great thing about the Crosstown, too, is it's full of very straightforward people, right? It's full of real Windsorites from around the world, right? And they're concerned with their own well-being. But I'm a philosopher and I deal in big ideas. And so the dialogue, as you'll hear, is people with problems that maybe philosophy professors don't have, interrogating those ideas in a different way. And so we'll see how it goes. But I had a lot of fun doing this one. Doug.
Fun was had. It was a very, very good ride. The Crosstown 2 has always been one of my favorite rides. It goes across, I think it's the most vital part of the city. It goes from the university, downtown, out into the East End. What I was just thinking about today was what I didn't photograph. And what I didn't photograph was the South Indian, South Asian people who really populated the buses. And I thought, well, I can't take their pictures and all that kind of stuff. Kind of a mistake, but because 25 years from now, when you're looking at what was going on today, there's a little bit of a gap because I didn't photograph that. It was a good project, liked it. Always fun working with Jeff. It was always fun, yeah, and highly recommend the Lion's Head. It's a fun little bar if you ever get out there.
So we're going to commence, and this is going to be a collective reading. The project depended upon seeing and thinking about a number of different people, so I thought I'd ask a bunch of people to read. And so here we go. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, not with me. Fuck no, not with me, trapped in gray March, shivering. The Word was with God, became flesh, warm flesh, comfortable in its own skin.
Know what I want. Not a shoulder to cry on, just an ear. Save your shoulder for your own heavy lifting. I don't need to cry. I've cried enough. Give me your ear, turn it to me, and in your silence say, I am listening.
The Word was with God, must have been, because when I look, it ain't with me. Where's this Word that became flesh? Not next to me. Seat's not good enough? Never is. No one sits next to me. Always across, looking sad, feeling for me, making things worse.
You know what I want? Not respect. Just to be seen. Be seen for who I am, not for who you are afraid of me being. Just catch your eye and see you seen me as if I belong.
The Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning it was, but what about here and now? I don't hear it. Every mistake I made or even didn't make, fucked me and not in the fun way. All those mistakes, some I swear I didn't make. It wasn't always me. Sometimes I just thought it, didn't do it. I swear, I listened, I tried to hear it. The Word.
Know what I want? Not power, not a uniform, not a badge that says, I can tell you what to do. I want warmth, radiating from everything. A radiating warmth that draws us together but keeps us apart, separate. And we are all comfortable together, and no one has anything to do to stay alive.
The Word was with God, and the Word became flesh, not my flesh, maybe the flesh of the helpers who show up in vans and say, you're not alone, we care, but I am alone, and you can't really care for someone you can leave every night. I hear their words, maybe they are with God, but not with me.
Know what I want? I don't want your money, don't want the fucking moon. I just want one glass of wine from a bottle with a French name in my hand, soft and elegant, holding the crystal glass, like they do in the movies, and my face, soft and elegant, reflected back at me from its ruby red surface. I want to dissolve in the folds of its flavor.
And the Word was God and became flesh. Whose flesh? Not my flesh, bone chilled, so goddamn gray, damn cold. Lost my fucking scarf in that asshole's bed. Whose flesh, Lord, did you become? Not my flesh, cold and damp. Not my tired, broken back, so fucking tired. And no bed, no rest, too wicked.
Know what I want? Not justice. Where is justice? How long till justice arrives? For sure, a long fucking time. And meanwhile, for sure, I will suffer. Sorry, but I won't go under. So 400 years from now, someone can say, now we have justice. Fuck justice. I want shoes. Shoes that people see and say, look at those shoes. Shoes not made for walking, but for looking. I want people to look at me and say, look at those shoes.
The Word was God, flesh. I called to you, God. I called to your flesh, Lord, but no one answered. No one took my confession. No one said, go in peace. All I see in their eyes is blame. Blame me then if it makes you feel better. Say the fucking word, but I shall not be healed by the Word that became flesh.
No, I want not education. I've learned enough for 2 lives, thank you very much. Not understanding. Do you think you understand just because you can see? I want to float. I want to be fucking weightless. I want to be carried by the wind, upward, higher, higher still, and just drift on forever.
The Word became flesh and tarried amongst us. Tarried? Where, Lord, did you tarry? In this moldy bar? Did you tarry here? Or is the flesh here too ruddy, flabby, stinking, dirty, old, broken, obscene to tarry amongst? Too much like my flesh, my eyes too dim with drink to gaze into with love or malice, just too dead drunk, so no one looks and no one tarries with me.
Know what I want? Not love. I don't live where I live. I want a smile, maybe a soft touch on my cheek or even on my hand, and quiet, softness, quiet. Just tonight, even just for an hour.
I hear no word of redemption, just the mouths of better people screaming, you're to blame, deal with your shit, fuck off and be poor somewhere else, they yell. And I go, despised and ugly. No one tarries with ugly flesh, not even you, Word who was with God, is God, became flesh, not our flesh, and tarried amongst us.
Know what I want? Not freedom, just a laugh, like when I was a kid. Just a laugh. And all that tension goes, my shoulders relax, my eyes dance. Don't want freedom, have too much already. In my invisibility, am I not free to die? Who would stop me if I jumped in the river? If I dropped dead, who would care? They would be angry that the bus would be late.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The Word was God, and the Word tarried amongst us, tarried and became the light for all people. Amid the darkness the light shone, and the darkness did not conquer the light, but the darkness conquered me, was too inviting, like a big blanket on a cold winter night. Come inside, just a wee cuddle. But inside is a monster. You can't see it until its teeth sink into your flesh. Not the flesh that was word, but your real fucking flesh. The flesh that bleeds, and when it bleeds, it hurts. And there's no word to stop that pain. Lord, word, God, tarrying somewhere not here. Enough words, no more fucking words. Tarry here, lamb, in this piss-soaked bar. Tarry here, Lord, here's a stool. Shine your light.
There you go. So good.
Wasn't that great?
Really,
That was
really
awesome.
good.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you very
so much.
much.
Yeah.
That was
Really
really
did
good.
Everyone did brilliant.
A lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Wow.
They could be recycled. I should give a shout out to St. John the Divine, who of course wrote the gospel that in the beginning was the word. It's the Gospel of John. In the beginning is the word.